Welcome to the stories from the world of New Dawn. Over the coming weeks, we will delve into the great deeds and evil acts committed by nobility and common sellswords in both nautical adventure and desperate bids for survival in a hostile world. Join us in a realm recovering from a time of darkness and strife known as the Long Night. Once great empires were reduced to feudal kingdoms and vast tracts of deadly territory. These are the tales of the brave and daring of this world. These are stories of Shadow and Steel. Triad, Part 5.
Martin brought his mother over to the hunters as the last of Wayne's victims fled into the night.
Gale. Duggan. I would like to introduce you to my mother, Willow Oleanan.
Willow bowed properly as if to royalty, giving both hunters a full view of the scar that ran across her scalp as well as the white shock of hair it had given her. She was a lovely woman once, and still would be considered lovely by any Reesan warrior, who loved well-toned flesh and battle scars. She spoke with a harsh voice, ruined by decades of hardship and warfare.
You saved many people today, my lady. I am forever in your debt. What would you have of me and my family?
Duggan grunted.
Gale is not lady, ma'am. We are hunters just doing the job.
His face darkened with shame.
At least one of us managed to get it done.
Gale got herself to standing without her partner's help and straightened herself out. She had enough wit left to maintain cordiality now that the madness had sunk into the depths of her mind.
No thanks or service are required. But I do have a humble request.
The lady of Willow Manor stiffened as she braced for what she thought was to come.
Speak it and it is yours, Hunter.
I'd have your boy at our side for a while. He's in dire need of some proper worldly experience. I'd give it to him. If you deem it possible, and when you are both ready, send him to the Hunter's Lodge in Bridgehaven. A man there by the name of Anderson will take him in with my blessing.
Willow and Martin shared a long glance. Martin was so glad to be in his mother's presence again that his mind was lost in a child's love. Willow's eyes were harder. She squeezed her son's shoulder and smiled at him like only a mother could. Then she looked to Gale.
Take my boy now, would you? My home is in a state and I'd not have him home until I get it sorted.
Martin shook off his haze enough to try to argue, but Willow shushed him with a tut.
Marty, I mean it. Be along with our saviors for now. Just come home and visit when you can. We both know that you've wandered away from here to find your place.
Willow gestured to the ruined countryside surrounding the group.
I'll be busy getting things in order around here and don't want you messing about with a mother's work.
You just came back, Ma. I can't just let you ship me off after but a moment. It's been near 10 years without you this time. Thought I'd never get you back.
Martin was clearly distressed with someone so dear pushing him away as soon as he'd recovered her.
Go. I'll not be going anywhere now, thanks to these hunters here. You can wait just a bit longer, yeah? That'll give me time to have a proper get-together when I see you.
Willow looked to Gale and Duggan for her answer. Gale and Duggan shared an uncertain look.
Few months, I'm afraid, if you send him with us now.
Gale offered.
We've business to finish in Chatterick and we're on our way toward Bridgehaven by way of reporting. Odds on that we'll be on assignment afterward.
Perfect.
Willow clapped in excitement.
Boy, oh, get out of my hole. You know how I am, I hate having a dirty house. Now please understand what I'm going through now that the place is a crater.
She caressed her son's face, who leaned into her hand.
I'm safe now, Marty. I'll be here. We have time. Now, go. Find some tales to share with me when you get back in a while.
Willow gently shoved Martin toward the hunters. Gale spotted something in her eyes as she handed over her child. It was haunting to see. The woman was back physically, yes, but her soul was tortured. She needed time to heal before she could be a mother again. Being the loving mother after returning from such a long tour of duty must be absolute torture. Gale wiped away a tear before the other noticed.
We'll get him back while you put everything back together, m'lady.
Willow nodded gratefully, her calm demeanor almost collapsing as she took a few steps back. Any moment would have the poor woman fall into a pile of raw emotion, and Gail could sense it coming on fast. She turned away from the scene and started away and toward the road. Her curt whistle got Duggan's attention, who started pushing the quietly sobbing Martin after her. Willow called out to them when she was far enough behind that the night hid her tortured state.
By what shall I call you when I write my boy?
Gail didn't look back. Duggan and Martin were flank of her as she marched on.
Deal breakers,
She called out.